Hey guys, how you guys doing? March 5th, 2019. Hoping you're having a wonderful day, a blessed day indeed. Got a few things I want to talk about, a few updates about what's going on around the world for you. Let's first talk about India and Pakistan. Some clear violations, ceasefire violations along the LOC happened again today. Some of them pretty heavy, in fact. But nothing out of the norm. I mean, when tensions are high like this, clashes at the LOC tend to happen. It's tough, but that's life, and that's how things go on. Doesn't necessarily mean an escalation is in the works. We saw a return of combat air patrols, or CAPs, in the region as well. Early this morning, we heard about from Pakistan military spokespeople. They came out and stated that they chased away an Indian submarine from their territorial waters. Now, India came out and vigorously denied this, and they stated that they did not have a submarine in the region or the area, you know. So take that with a grain of salt. Um, like I said yesterday, basically 90% chance that this de-escalates and this fades into the norm, which is not necessarily what we want, just because along the LOC, that's a war every day for those people, and it doesn't seem like it's going to end. There won't be any lasting peace. Tensions will be high, and we will have to continue to watch the situation over the coming weeks and months. But it seems like this political stunt of this strike from India by the current government was done so because the elections are coming up real fast, you know. Another thing we want to talk about, Venezuela. Not a lot in the news, which is really crazy. We saw Maduro's presidential plane fly to Cuba and then back today, but Maduro was still in Venezuela. It was confirmed. So why did that happen? Were they dropping somebody off, picking somebody up? Who knows? But at this point, the opposition leader seems to be very much liked. It doesn't seem like they're going to arrest him. Doesn't seem like they're going to stop him at this point. So we have to see how that regime change happens, because it's going to occur. You know, the regime change is going to occur. U.S. and Western allies are going to make sure it occurs. We just have to see if it happens without a bloodbath on our hand. You know. And then final update of things I saw today: North Korea in the news. We had that failed summit between Trump and Kim Jong Un. And it was because we wouldn't lift sanctions. You know, we weren't willing to give up any more than we have, and we were already making concessions. And we learned today that North Korea, via satellite imagery, North Korea's building back up one of the missile pads, the launch pads, that they dismantled on the path towards these summits. You know. Now, we should be clear that this launch pad has only been used for satellites in the past. It does not mean that a missile can't be fitted on there. It just means it hasn't been used during these ICBM tests. All right. So we have to continue to watch the situation. The U.S. and South Korea just started military drills once again. Are we going to see another missile test by Kim Jong Un? Trump stated that Kim Jong-un gave him his word and said that missile tests wouldn't occur anymore. But with these military drills starting back up again, are we going to see some provocation by North Korea? Them just saying, hey, hello, I'm here and I'm ready. Former Ambassador John Bolton, the War Hawk, came out and stated that if North Korea does not push towards denuclearization, that the U.S. would look at placing further sanctions upon the country. But I would say, what further sanctions? I mean, we've basically sanctioned everything we can from them. So what exactly, anything past this point, you're just continuing to hurt the people. There's an argument to be said that current sanctions hurt the government or the people more than the government. Pretty crazy stuff. Kind of a slow day, other than, We saw combat air patrols back up from India and Pakistan around the LOC. We saw more flare-ups around the LOC. It's been quiet for a couple of days, but like I said, flare-ups like that along the LOC are going to happen. And it's probably the second most dangerous border in the world. Does not mean de-escalation's on its way. Doesn't mean escalation's on its way. That remains to be seen what happens. 90% of me tells me we're going to go fall back into the norm, but we're going to have to continue to watch this situation, continue to watch the situation in Venezuela, and continue to watch the situation with North Korea. A lot more questions than answers, but that's usually how it goes, guys, and you already know that. But that's about all I got, guys. All right, grab a beer, say a prayer, and as always, keep your eyes to the skies. God bless.